Officials will speak about the results of the Philippines-China Foreign Ministry consultations and bilateral consultations mechanisms on the South China Sea. Both meetings were held here in the Philippines back in March. The DFA says the two officials may also possibly discuss other regional issues like the tensions in Taiwan. For now, the agency says no Filipino in Taiwan has asked to be repatriated.
Hindi basta-basta uuwi yan. Kasi siyempre gusto nila kumita rin. Kung talagang wala namang gera, tuloy sila magtatrabaho. May mga nag-comment na ano yung mga plano. Pero meron nga mga plano for in case kailangan evacuate. Pero hindi naman siguro aabot tayo sitwasyon na.
Meanwhile, Manila Economic and Cultural Office Chairman Silvestre Bello assures the public that OFWs remain well protected in Taiwan.
The situation is very normal. Walang mga OFWs na nagsasabi sa amin na gusto nilang umuwi. Philippine community natin doon is well organized. They meet regularly and they have plans just in case of an emergency. Meron silang mga plano. So we have nothing to worry about.
President Bongbong Marcos says the Philippine National Police will soon finish its review to determine cops with drug links. The president says the internal review being conducted should be accomplished in 2 weeks or so. The chief executive says that while proliferation of illegal narcotics in the country is a problem, the government cannot operate on hearsay. While the president assured that government has nothing against the police, he also says there should be a mechanism where officers who have gotten involved with drugs are brought to account to dismantle the system. Senator Ronald Bato de la Rosa cites in contempt a police officer who snubbed complaints of witnesses in the Digamo slay. Police Staff Sergeant Renevic Rizaldo had attended the Senate committee hearing on the killing of former Negros Oriental Governor Digamo, as he was a former member of Congressman Arnie Tevez' security detail. During the hearing, it was also revealed that Rizaldo was the desk officer who refused to file a blotter after one of the victims of local killings approached the police over a death threat. The victim died after a second attempt on his life.
Yung anak ko, si Joem, nagpunta sa police station at nagpa-blatter. Siya ang investigating officer.
During the hearing, Rizaldo denied that he refused to file a blotter and insisted he did not remember the incident. However, senators were not satisfied with Rizaldo's explanation and responded by citing the cop in contempt. Rizaldo will remain under the Senate's custody. We'll be back with more stories after the break. Keep it here on One News. You're still watching One News Now. I'm Diego Castro. Court-martial proceedings against two senior Philippine Army officials tagged in the killing of a Davao City-based model will start this week. Brigadier General Jesus Dorante, Colonel Michael Licyayo, and 5 other military men will face military trial over the murder of Yvonne Plaza last year. Administrative charges against them have been approved and the case has been referred to the General Court Martial. A parallel trial by a civilian court will also be conducted. Plaza was gunned down in December of last year in Davao City by two men in a motorcycle. Durante has been tagged as the mastermind behind the killing, while Licyayo is allegedly the one who orchestrated the hit. The Environment and Health Departments report that 26 out of 35 sampling stations in Puerto Galera failed to meet water standards. Though there's no official advice yet on whether the famous tourist spot will be shut down, the Tourism Department warns that doing so will result in daily losses of at least 5.3 million pesos. Here's the report.
26 out of 35 sampling stations in Puerto Galera have failed to pass water quality standards due to high levels of oil and grease. That's the result of the latest water quality test conducted by the Environment Department in the municipality. In a joint statement, the DOH and DNR noted that only 9 sampling stations met the criteria under the Water Quality Guidelines and General Effluent Standards of 2016. Despite this, Environment Secretary Tony Yulo Loizaga says banning of water activities will depend on the assessment of the Health Department. The DOH has yet to release a statement on the possible banning of water activities, but the agency advises the public to exercise caution when conducting water-related activities like fishing or swimming and to refrain from consuming water from affected areas due to potential health hazards. The public is also advised to avoid consumption of contaminated fish, shellfish, and other seafood products. Despite this, Tourism Secretary Cristina Frasco warned that closing Puerto Galera could result to at least 5.3 million pesos in daily losses. She noted that Puerto Galera contributes no less than 85% of Oriental Mindoro's tourism economy.
So we've all seen the devastation that can be caused by a tourism destination being shut down. So what is critical really right now is the protection not just of life but also of the livelihood of the tourism workers that critically depend on the continuation of the tourism industry.
Citing data from the province, the DOT chief says the impact of the oil spill in Oriental Mindoro's tourism industry has hit at least 900 million pesos. Frasco has earlier joined a scuba diving activity in La Laguna Point, Puerto Galera to show support for the popular tourist spot. She says that if water activities will be banned in Puerto Galera, the agency has prepared alternative livelihood trainings for affected locals.
It is an overall approach towards managing the present tourism destination that is not yet affected by the oil spill, as well as assisting the tourism destinations that are already affected by the oil spill, all the while prioritizing life and balancing that with the need to protect livelihood.
Arian Kalumbiran, We Are One News.
Testing is definitely key to addressing the ongoing outbreak of African swine fever in the country. And that's exactly what the Department of Science and Technology is doing with its mobile biocontainment laboratory. Although not large in size, the facility is equipped with various state-of-the-art equipment that are capable of detecting animal diseases such as ASF and avian influenza. The MBL is capable of testing up to 200 samples per day. Through this, the cost of testing can be lowered by up to half of its original price. Currently, there are 4 mobile labs already up and running in Laguna, Quezon, and Pampanga, while another 4 units are currently being built to reach even more areas.
Kakulangan natin is wala tayong kapasidad na mag-test ng mga samples, mag-test ng mga hayops on-site. We cannot solve the problems if we don't collaborate. That's the only way we can do surveillance, is to capacitate each and every local government units.
And that's it for this hour. Join us again at 7:45 a.m. as we continue to monitor the day's biggest stories. I'm Diego Castro. We are One News. All sides, all the time.